Hi, I'm Daniele. I help people plan smarter trips to Japan so they don't waste time or money. In this video, I'm going to break down the real cost of a 12-day trip to Japan in 2026, covering flights, food, hotels, transports, and hidden expenses. Let's start with the biggest hurdle, flights. If you're flying from the US or Europe, expect to pay anywhere from $800 to $1,600 for a round trip, depending on your departure seating and whether you snag a deal. Timing is everything here. If you're chasing the cherry blossom in spring or the vibrant colors of autumn, prices will peak. Summer is a bit of a mixed bag due to the heat, but for the real bargains, look at January and February. Don't wait until the last minute. To snag the lower rates, try to book your tickets 3 to 6 months in advance. Next up, where are you staying? You have three main paths. First, budget hotels. Think clean, functional business hotels at $60 to $90 at night. That's about $800 to $1,000 total. For mid-range hotels, with more space and better locations, you are looking at $100 to $180 per night, totaling $1,400 to $2,000. Then there's the Ryokan experience. If you want that traditional vibe with tatami mats, expect to pay $150 to over $300 per night. Keep in mind, Tokyo usually carries a price premium, and for 2016 Kyoto is introducing a tiered accommodation tax. For mid-range stays, this adds about $3 to $7 per night to your bill. Now let's talk about moving around. The JR Pass is no longer the must-buy it used to be since the price hike. For local travel within cities, budget about $5 to $10 a day. However, if your itinerary follows the classic Tokyo-Kyoto-Osaka loop, you should budget between $250 and $400 for your total train travel. Often, buying individual tickets or regional passes is now the smarter move. Eating in Japan is surprisingly flexible. You can grab a quick, delicious meal at a convenience store for $4 to $6 or a solid bowl of ramen for about $10. A nice sit-down dinner at a mid-range restaurant usually falls between $15 and $25. Realistically, a daily budget of $25 to $40 lets you eat very well. For a 12-day trip, that's a total of $300 to $500. For sightseeing, many temples are actually free, or just $3 to $5. But for bucket list items like theme lab or theme parks, expect to pay $20 to $70 per ticket. I would suggest budgeting $100 to $250 for all your activities. And don't forget the hidden costs. An eSIM for data will run you $15 to $30. Also, luggage forwarding is a lifesaver. Sending a suitcase between cities costs about $15 to $20. Finally, travel insurance for 2 weeks is usually $45 to $90. And of course, there is shopping. Japan has the coolest souvenirs, so I will add a $150 to $400 buffer here. And don't forget the small stuff. Vending machines and station lockers can easily add another $50 to your trip. Also, if you're hitting the izakayas at night, remember that many places have a small mandatory cover charge. So, what's the grand total for 10 to 14 days in Japan in 2026? The budget travelers around $1,800 to $2,300. The mid-range travelers around $2,500 to $3,500. The comfort travelers $4,000 and up. These numbers cover everything from your flight to that last-minute kitka haul at the airport. Japan is not cheap, but it's also not as expensive as many people think. The real difference is how you plan it. If this helped you understand the real numbers, please subscribe. I post practical Japan travel guides every week.